'Twas the day of Christmas, and all through the house Coleman was busy with Cocos, this time with a mouse.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Cocos Create Christmas special. So I wanted to go ahead and for Cocos Create Christmas to do a tier list. So Merry Christmas, everybody, to those out there watching. Obviously, I'm not actually filming this on Christmas, that's for the fam and all that. But, yeah, I'm really excited to go ahead and dive in here. So I actually created this myself. I couldn't find a good Christmas cookie tier list. There was some other stuff with food and stuff, but it was really regional. So it's a lot of stuff that I don't eat for Christmas, because, obviously, Americans versus, Britons and everything like that, they eat a lot of different food. So, yeah, I couldn't find really a good one, so I went ahead and made a Christmas cookie tier list. These are Christmas cookies that I have pretty much every year, and I figured, if there's anything I missed, let me know, and maybe I'll amend it in the comments or something like that, tell you where I would rate it. But for now, yes, let's dive into it. So first off, we have straight up here, we have chocolate chip cookies. Those aren't in C, that's where I'm putting things while I think about them. Chocolate chip is a classic. It's delicious, very variable. Some chocolate chip cookies are delicious, ooey gooey, melt in your mouth goodness, while others are a little worse, So I don't know, it's tough to say, but I think overall, you gotta put chocolate chip in the B tier. They're not terrible. They really aren't. But, and they're pretty solid, but they're kind of just the staple. They're not overall like, oh my gosh, I love these cookies, but they exist. Okay, let's see. Next we have these little, like, thumbprint cookies, I think they're called. I think they're called thumbprints. These ones, I'm not the biggest fan. I think they're all right, but I'm really not the biggest fan of thumbprint cookies. I think sometimes they're just a little, I don't know. They're definitely not as good as a lot of the other cookies on this list, so I think I'm gonna leave them at C tier right there. I think that's exactly where the thumbprints deserve to be. Because again, they're good cookies, but they're nothing super special, super crazy. M&M cookies. M&M cookies are delicious. They are fantastic, and they add something to chocolate chip. Yes, they are just chocolate in there, but they've got that crunch of the M&M, of course. So with that being said, they beat out chocolate chip cookies without a doubt. Without a doubt, they're 100% just straight up a better version of a chocolate chip cookie. This one, I put Oreo Christmas edition on there. Technically, there's no difference other than they have like different little patterns, and I believe the cream is red on them, but they're still the same Oreo flavor. So honestly, I think Oreo is going to lose a little bit for creativity. But Oreos are a great cookie, obviously. I review a lot of them on the channel, of course. And they're very good cookies. I'd have to put these in the B tier as well. Yeah. Let's see. This is peanut butter cookies, like peanut butter chip cookies, those. I love a peanut butter chip cookie. I think peanut butter chip cookies are delicioso. I love peanut butter, I love cookies, and these do a great job of combining the two aspects. Those are an A tier cookie, without a doubt. There's no doubt about it. These are like, I think they're called like peanut butter volcano. I don't know, they've got some weird thing, but I've always thought of them as like thumbprints with Hershey's and their peanut butter flavor. You know how I feel about peanut butter flavor. In fact, these 100% beat out the peanut butter. I pointed with my finger. You can't see that. These beat out the peanut butter cookies 100%, bro. I mean, these are delicious. They really are the best of the best, I would say, maybe. Yeah, for sure. Very good cookies. I'm a big cookie fan, so you're gonna see a lot of these are in the higher tiers, but not all of them will be. So, next up we have the Pillsbury Christmas ones, and as much as I hate to do it, and I do hate to do it, these are fantastic cookies. They are. They're small is the problem, but they are really good. They've got a great consistency to them, a great flavor. You'd love to see those cookies out there with the little trees, or they've got them with pumpkins and ghosts and whatnot for October, and all sorts of stuff like that. But that being said, I don't think they're at the threshold for an A. I think they're a little small. Sometimes they can be a little too crunchy. And you don't want your cookies to be crunchy. You want them to be soft and like pull apart in your mouth. And I find a lot of the times these can get a little too crunchy for me. Next up we have Snickerdoodles. Snickerdoodles are delicious, especially when they're hot. I love a Snickerdoodle. I think it's one of the best creations out there, really. In terms of cookies, maybe not best, because I've already described what I think the best one is. But these are very good. These I love. So these are definitely going in the A tier. I think they just have a lovely combination of everything. The cookies are very, very nice. Very nice. Next up, we've got store-bought sugar cookies. These are store-bought. That's the most important thing there. Store-bought sugar cookies. I like them. I do. I know there's a lot of people that really don't like store-boughts. But I really think these cookies are delicious. However, they can be a little dry, and they're kind of like a guilty pleasure type food. Like, I eat one, and I'm like, I feel bad for eating this. So with that being said, they're still above a C. They're above the thumbprints. But they're going in the B tier, I think. And, cookies, you done all right. But, there's a lot of social involving that, I feel like, too, You can't eat those proudly, because they're like the Arby's of cookies. We're like, yeah, they're all right, but you never want to be caught eating there, and you never, ever feel good about yourself after eating them. These are like home-cooked sugar cookies. I'm including like iced and non-iced sugar cookies in the same ones, because I mean they're practically the same cookie. Iced is definitely like above them, but these are just your basics. They're good and all, but I find that these are usually not my favorites, and I think I'm gonna keep them right there in the C tier. And it's not like they're bad. They're just a very average cookie. They don't have a lot of drawbacks, but they don't have a lot of uppers. They don't have a lot of things going for them. So I don't know. Yeah, those are staying in C. They're a lot of fun to decorate, but all in all, just not that special. Which brings me to the last ones, gingerbread men. Gingerbread men will not be being placed in the C tier. Gingerbread men will be being placed in the F tier. That's right, I said it. Gingerbread men, they are so much fun to make little housies and stuff, and you get all the candy and stuff. Have any of you guys ever actually eaten a gingerbread cookie? Because it's terrible. It's absolutely garbage. You don't want it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Trust me, you do not want this cookie. If somebody offered me a gingerbread cookie, I'd probably smack them in the face. I'd be so insulted. They're terrible cookies. Their only justification that could bring them anywhere close to a higher tier is that they're fun to decorate. But that's not good enough. That's not enough, okay? Okay, gingerbread. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna organize these. So we'll say the leftmost is the bestmost, okay? Because we read left to right. So definitely best most, bam. And I'm even gonna say bam. Because, I don't know. So, yes, the thumbprint peanut butter Hershey's, delicious. Snickerdoodles, out of the park. Beautiful cookie. M&M cookies, they got that crunch. They're a little neat. They're fun to make. Great cookie. Peanut butter cookies are the closest to being basic, but they do have an amazing taste to them. So they definitely, they get a comeback there for sure. Then when we come down here, it's gotta be this Oreo versus chocolate chip is a real debate. That's a really good debate. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So you got your Pillsbury Christmas cream of the crop, just not quite at the top. A there. Best of the B's for sure. And then you got your chocolate chip cookies, staple. Can't really go wrong with them. They're usually, if you get a nice ooey gooey one, an ooey gooey chocolate chip is definitely an A, but you just can't guarantee it. So that's why it's staying in the B category there. Oreos are just, they're not, you can't home make an Oreo. I guess you probably could if you were really trying, but it's just not quite the same as these like homemade, yummy, fun. You got the experience of making them, all of that stuff around the Oreos. And then you've got your sugar cookies here, of course. Sugar cookie, it's store-bought. It's definitely nothing special. But something about them just hits me right. It just hits me right. And then these are definitely going over the thumbprints. Again, I just find a lot of the time the jam in particular in those just doesn't really hit that well. And sugar cookies, you have that fun of making them for sure, which really carries them so close to getting out of B. In fact, I could definitely, depending on the day, I could switch these two. I could switch store-bought and homemade for sure. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinions on them. And then you've got, of course, the gingerbread. Gingerbread is terrible, awful cookie. Can't arrange it with anything because nothing even comes close to the level of grossness that is a gingerbread cookie. So, I think that's pretty much all that I have here. If you liked this video, make sure you drop that like. If you didn't like this video, it's okay to drop that dislike. But if you drop that dislike, let me know what you didn't like about it. So in the future, I can hopefully make these tier videos a little bit better for you, the viewer. I'm trying to think of what else I would have to say here. Of course, if you want to see more of my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified of whatever I post, whatever it is, be the first one to hear about it, all that good stuff, make sure you ring that little jingle bell. Ding, ding, ding. There was somebody else in the house. That was terrifying. I thought I was home alone. Make sure you ring that little jingle bell. Ding, ding, ding. Just like that. And if you want to get updates, make sure you check in the description for all the social medias. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And I'll also include a link to this tier list so you guys can make your own and let me know kind of your varying thoughts and where I went wrong and where you would change. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!